We get to our breaking news this Monday morning. UAW members officially started striking at GM plants all across the country. UAW leadership voted unanimously on Sunday to have workers walk off the job when contract negotiations with GM hit a wall. Here's what's at stake in this strike. 49,000 workers at GM plants across the country are involved. General Motors is expected to lose $250 million each day at its assembly plants. Members that are walking the picket line will get $250 a week in strike pay. Let's get to Larry Spruill. He joins us now live this morning with more on the strike and what are the holding points. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning, Rhonda. Now, we spoke to the UAW workers here on site last night and this morning, and they know they are making history, but they also say it's not even about that. They simply want a fair contract. Let me step out of the way so you can just see how early it is, but workers are still out here with their signs in their hands saying on strike. They tell me that that sign is in itself is a huge statement. At 11:59 Sunday night, just like clockwork, and as promised, UAW workers are now on strike. The crowd grew in just hours, taking over things outside the GM Hamtramck plant. These UAW workers are striking, all for one reason.
Quit playing. Get this contract together.
Shantae McMichael with Local 22 tells me this is not a game.
We're here for a fair contract. We're fighting. We're going to stand together.
At 11:59 Sunday night, these workers walked off their jobs in hopes of getting a fair contract. Now, the union's 4-year contract with GM expired Saturday. Both GM and union reps met inside the Renaissance Center Saturday in hopes of coming to some deal, but that did not happen. Instead, Local 4 cameras recorded frustrated UAW President Gary Jones, seen here in the pink embroidered UAW shirt, leaving through a back door after making an impassioned speech to local leadership, leaving the UAW GM vice president to talk.
President Jones has said we do not take this lightly. This is our last resort. It represents great sacrifice and great courage on the part of our members and all of us. We are standing up for fair wages. We are standing up for affordable, quality health care. We are standing up for our share of the profits.
But UAW did announce a possible strike, and as promised, 49,000 workers across the country started picketing Sunday at midnight, marking this the largest strike against any U.S. business since 2007, when UAW members walked away from talks with GM. And the talks are supposed to start back up earlier this morning, but there are still a lot of questions. Now, the workers out here, while they're on strike, they only get $250 a week. Can they survive off that? Do they trust the UAW leadership in spite of all the controversy? I'm working on that part of the story at the top of the hour. We're live at Hamtramck this morning. Larry Spruill, Local 4 News Today.
All right, Larry, hopefully they can come to a mutually agreeable contract in the very near future.